And welcome everyone. NGS Season 9. We're in Division A West tonight, Minion Miners versus ReGen Retro. And we are just about to get underway. As you see, we are on the way to, oh, it doesn't say the pick, but I pick it. Or no, it is. There it is, map 1, Infernal Shrines. Looks like we're missing a ban on our little map pick here, but that's all right. We're going to get underway. We're going to Infernal Shrines, as the pick can see, but just to remind everyone, bans are Braxis Holdout, Battlefield of Eternity, Sky Temple, and the one that's not showing for some reason is Towers of Doom. It doesn't have a little ban, it's just grayed out, so interesting. But here we are going in to the draft to see what's on the menu for tonight. Minion Miners have first pick, ReGen Retro, pick the map, and we're seeing Sylvanas band up. Just okay, let's just crank through these bands. Minion Miners, ReGen Retro. I'm all about that. So Sylvanas band out first, shutting down towers. Not an option for her tonight. Greymane band out as well for Minion Miners. ReGen sticking with the number one tank NA right now, Johanna, banning her out and saying we don't want to see a Bloodlust Rhaegar tonight. So that's what they get rid of. And Zool, bam, first pick. No, I identified it in the thing. It says bans left, Towers of Doom. So I don't know. I'll have to look into it later. But that's all right. We're moving in, and we got Zool first pick, which I like to see. Deathwing available. Popular Tracer got a rework. We've seen her a little bit in some comps, but we're going with Mephisto Anna. Calling it early for ReGen Retro. Will we see a Nano Boost Mephisto alt? Will we see it? Um, I'm hoping for it personally. Thank you, everyone in the chat. Thank you, Era. Thank you, Benjamin, for stopping by, rooting on your team. And we're going to see a new Barak and Raynor from Minion Miners. So there's your main tank, the heavy stun tank with the spell armor to help do some damage, hopefully against him at Mephisto. Raynor ready to clear lanes and hit that Q. Old reliable Jimmy is what he is. Moving on over. Next ban, or Lucio. See, I like that from ReGen. Banning two healers and getting your healer early. It's trying to have a little more control over what healers you want slash don't want to deal with. Forcing them into something. Wouldn't be shocked to see Brightwing come out. She's been a little feisty recently since she got a rework. Garrosh banned. So no more throwing heroes either. No, moving on over back to ReGen. See what they can come up with here to start really rounding out their team here. All I see is Mephisto ready to be nano boosted. So let's see if we can add a little beef to this comp. Something with some peel for that Anna backline. There's Peel. You wanted Peel. How's ETC and Urel sound? Some mobile, stunny tanks there. Or I believe Urel identifies as a bruiser now? Stukov coming out as the healer for Minion Miners. And will we see a final mage pick? We still have Ming KT available, especially on this map, all the AoE that KT can put out. Maybe it'll be Jan instead. Nope, there's Li Ming with her Brazilian or striker skin ready to go. And last pick here, will we see some... well, I mean, we gotta see more damage. I'd be shocked if we went double tank or triple bruiser or some kind of three beefy frontliners. What do we got here from Melly on ReGen? Hammer. Let's get wild with it and let's go Sergeant Hammer, says ReGen Retro. So I'm here for it. I am here for it. Let's get a little weird tonight. Throw in Hammer and see how it goes. So here we are, best of 3, Game 1, Division A West tonight, Minion Miners versus ReGen Retro. And we're heading to Infernal Shrines. Let's kill some minions, get some punishers. Let's do it. And here we are, going right into it. So on the side of ReGen Retro, we saw Melly with the last pick, Hammer, Zammy Bars on ETC, Ultanian on Anna, Splash Mephisto, Aaron on Urel, and on the side of Minion Miners, who's looking at the top lane? That's gotta be Zool. Himibro on Zool, Bruther on Raynor, Marshall on Li Ming, Sir Mac of Cheese on Stukov, and in the bot here we got Wezagra on Anubarak. And it looks like as we were picking talents here, Stukov's going to be looking for that slow quest level 1, ETC looking for globes at level 1. But it looks like Minion Miners just want to play it safe, but the immediate dive onto Raynor. Ooh, Urel I think might have saved him there, knocking him out of the hammer range. So we'll see how this pans out as the soaking has begun for Minion Miners early. Not getting that pick they wanted was ReGen Retro. Zool against Urel up in the top lane. I'm a little quiet. I can fix that. We'll just do this. There we go. Turn myself up a little bit. And of course that goes for anyone. If there's any technical problems or questions or requests or stats you need to see, you just speak up. I'm happy to help. Really. Oh, nice root, big silence on ETC, and he's fall. There's your first blood for the game. Going over to Minion Miners with the Zool root on top of Stukov silence. So let's see if we see that more, if that's kind of the combo they're going to run. They could do the same with the Nubarak if he hits the charge and then hits his Q, put silence under it, start making some moves that way. Mephisto doing his thing, diving in, dishing out damage, Hammer in the bot lane, a noob just spawning beetles from the smoke, and burrows away just to avoid any ETC problems. But will we have a fight over here? It's 3 members of ReGen in the bot taking the siege camp, and it doesn't look like they're gonna contest it, so looks like Ming's just poking away in mid lane, excuse me. Siege camp was picked up bot for ReGen as they begin clearing. Raynor from Minion Miners working on Bruiser camp, getting ready for this objective to signal that'll be ready soon. Urel on the rotation. So both teams after that first pick saying, let's just play the map. Let's get our camps, let's get our soaking. Bruiser camp picked up from Minion Miners. We're about to have this siege camp here for ReGen. There you go. So 4 members of Minion Miners all the way in the bot lane. Objectives in the top lane. Zool says, I'm hanging out. I got W's to cast, my man. And let's see, is he going W build? It looks like Zool will be going W build. Let's see if he sticks with it all the way across. That's kind of the build. Bruiser camp on the way for a ReGen Retro. Picking it just as the shrine becomes active. Or do we have a push here? Are we going to keep going? We're going to at least try for pool. No, ETC scares them off. Fair enough. Ming trying to get some more pot shots. She wants the pool. She says no more swimming for you guys in the mid lane. pool is down. Objective has been started by ReGen. And they just get their first minion at the altar. Ooh, big, nice double stun there, Altanian. So Zul's in bot lane, Urel's in mid lane. So we have 4v4 in the top, fighting over the objective. Level 7's just picked up for both teams. We are going W build. We're going full sleep build here for Anna. Ming alternating between orbs and missiles there for her early levels. As the battle is on, the lead is ReGen Retro right now. We still 4v4, no Urel or Zul. Zul can clean these things up too, so I guess he just wants to push bot. And there was the dive from Mephisto, dishing out the damage. Big sleep dart again. Mephisto really dishing it out onto that Stukov Rainer. But can they come back from this? A lot of minions getting low here. We're neck and neck, 27 minions. There's the burrow charge. Sleep dart comes out. More damage from Mephisto. Big silence onto Zami again. Nice Q. Oh, and here comes Zul. He's going in, flanking. Ooh, Root onto Hammer. Looks like she just gets out in time. Mephisto trying to do his best to peel with damage. Damage comes out. 34, 35. We're getting down the wire. 36 apiece. 37, 39. ReGen Retro. But I think I think Minion Miners hit 38 there, so just barely beating out Minion Miners. ReGen Retro takes the first Punisher, or a Mortar Punisher. Zul bails immediately to head bot lane and keeps soaking. Urel still hanging mid, just clearing after losing that pool. And it looks like Minion Miners just gonna clear this up quick. And just hang back, push back. ReGen Retro. Oh, Zul and Mephisto scouting. There's the alert ping. Mephisto might try and take bot. A lot of the members from ReGen came down to respond to nothing. Oh, in a bad spot is Zami. Good scout there by Stukov. Throwing out the W, the slow, make sure no one's waiting in a bush for him. So bottom siege camp picked up for ReGen, mid camp picked up by Minion Miners, and level 10s are available. Let's see what we got here. We're going with, for Minion Miners, Skeletal Mages, Flailing Swipe, Wave of Force, Cocoon, and Hyperion. On the other side, we're going with Nano Boost, Mosh Pit, Blunt Force Gun, Ardent Defender, Endurance of Hate for Mephisto. So we're not going to see Consume Souls Nano Boost, but hey, I'm sure I'd still like to take a Endurance of Hate. Oh, there it is. Hits onto 2 members, 4 members. A huge root, but the ult from Zul helps in Hyperion, helps push Zamibar's back while the dive happens onto Urel. Wondering if that was going to set up a mosh, seeing the whole team rooted, that he didn't want to go for it next to the Zul ult under a Hyperion. But what a Durance. That's, I mean, 5-man Durance, and you get nothing for it though, but it is the short cooldown. I believe that one's just for 50 seconds, isn't it? Yeah. So they'll have that up ready for the next team fight. See if he can do it again. Has Rainer just trying to poke away on Zami. And we have this Bruiser camp pushing top on for Minion Miners, and they just want to try and get something out of it here. They're going to take a tower. All 5 members are top for Minion Miners. Are they going to try and push this forward here? Zul's spawning minions. They have the Bruiser camp. Second wave is here. Meanwhile, in the bot, ReGen Retro says we're just going to try and make it even and push with the 4 of us. Oh, there's the Cocoon onto Urel. Silence, Root. Will we get an Ardent Defender? Silence. Oh! At the last second, Ardent Defender comes out as she steps off of the Silence with just 100 health. The Wave of Force missed. or brought her to 100 health, excuse me. So bot fort take, or top fort taken, and bruiser camp, and they're going to try for keep now. They know that all the other members are bot, but Sammy showed up with Urel, Hyperion cast. Other members Hearthing to push this back, try and save their top keep, which is now just under half health. Endurance of Hate misses. So that's 2 ults down for ReGen. With a now very low top keep. Hammer was down here the whole time, just trying to get minions while they could. Wraithling Gaming has entered the chat with Dust Stream. Thanks for coming on. Bye, buddy. So level 13's now picked up for both teams. We do have a root from Zool now. I believe that's what that is. Yeah, there it is. Ooh, looking for a mosh maybe? Not today. Cocoon onto Mephisto. Oh, there's the Zool ult. Very low is Zammy, able to power slide away. Blunt Force gun goes out, doesn't hit anyone. Root onto Mephisto, trying to deal as much damage. There's the mosh onto one member. Silence, and the orb takes out ETC. There's a little bit of a, looked like just a panic just to get that out and try and get that one kill, but they could not. Flailing swipe secures the frozen Punisher. Ooh, there's a dead Ana. Ooh, and another dead Mephisto. Ming getting the resets. So with 3 members down, this is definitely going to be a dead fort. But how far will they push with it? Raynor has stopped to say, I'll grab the siege camp while you guys do that. Let's see how our quests are looking. 17 out of 30 for Stukov so far, and 17 out of 24 ETC so far. So we are making headway. And speaking of making headway, Minion Miners just keeping the push going. Ooh, unstoppable popped from Melly to avoid being frozen. Hyperion cast. Ooh, there's the Endurance, hits onto just Raynor, but it doesn't look like the members were in place to get something. Cocoon onto Urel. Silence. She's able to walk away, no follow-up on it. And are we going to lose? Oh, another keep? They are. ReGen Retro now down 2 keeps. As they just try and clear this Punisher. It'll dent the shield of the core ever so slightly. Wow. So, bottom camp now being picked up for Minion Miners. Minion Miners taking both, or not both, but 2 out of the 3, excuse me, keeps for ReGen Retro. And we're just under 12 minutes into the game. Ooh, scouted out is the camp. ETC is now says, I can try and take this. Will we get a burrow charge in, or are they just going to give it? There's the give. They can just clean it up. They don't want to do anything too risky. 16 is on the way now for Minion Miners. Let's see what they're going here. So far we've seen W build. There it is. Keep it going. That's what Zool likes to do nowadays. W build all the way across. And there's your mid fort. So all they have left is a mid keep. Camp pushing in top. Camp pushing bot with a catapult. Endurance of Hate hits onto Zool. Not capitalizing on these ults is ReGen Retro. Cocoon onto Mephisto. Hyperion. There's the Skeletal Mages. There's the burrow back in. Good stun there from ETC as he power slid away to save his buddy Mephisto. Blunted Fox's bad trade with the fort thing and losing objective. Yeah, it's hurting them, but looks like Minion Miners want to steal a Bruiser camp, and they will. 16 now just around the corner for ReGen Retro to get on the same level, and there you have it. Ooh, there's the slide onto 2. Ooh, Mephisto misses his Endurance that time. And there's a lot of chase here, and Ming can just wear you down if you chase her too hard. So they're going to pull back, clear this top wave that has a camp and a catapult. And while they do that, Raynor is gonna take another siege camp. Ming helping out just a little bit there. So they're just keeping Minion miners, just keeping ReGen Retro busy while they grab, all the camps except this one. This one siege camp was stolen. ETC was able to scout it, so almost grabbing every camp is Minion miners. And here we are with the shrine again, back and ready. Move these, get those talents out of the way and see what how ReGen get back into this. They gotta land some wombos with either Mosh or Durance or some combination of with a BFG on top of it. They have not been wombo comboing at all. We've seen a lot of cocoons stop the Mephisto and a wave of force to just knock back, and there's Zul's W build in 2 seconds clearing, but here's a Nubrak caught out. Healing grenade. Oh, BFG just misses. A noob there, he's going to be able to scuttle away. As here comes ReGen Retro, Urel with the flank. A 1-level lead here for Minion miners and they have the lead on the point as well. There is the ping onto Mephisto. Mosh! 2-man Mosh. Ooh, there's the Durance to follow it up. Hyperion Skeletal Mage was trying to do work. Anna is very low from this Hyperion. She can't get a lot of healing out. ETC falls, Raynor falls. There's the flailing swipe. Root onto Urel is gonna push her back. And they just have to give that with they got their first kill of the game, ReGen Retro. 15 minutes in there onto the Raynor, so good on them for getting the damage. Lexi Decimal saying hello, welcome. You can check out her stream for more Huts action later. But they gotta try and end here, right? Oh, the big jump on the Root, but Ardent Defender handles that just well. Very high health Punisher still. And Melly in the top lane just getting one-on-one with Ming. A Nubrak falls though, that's good. Raynor's still not here. ETC has spawned, so they will try and defend this. Mephisto goes in for a little more damage as the clearing on the Punisher continues, so unable to end after that Nubrak pick, and without their DPS and Raynor. So ReGen Retro hangs on. We're going to try and probably look for 20 now, as it's just around the corner from Minion miners. Trying to clear up all those catapults as Urel. Bot lane camp being picked up by Minion miners. And they're going to move on over to their siege camp. Bruiser camp picked up by Minion miners as well. So I have a feeling they'll go to this siege camp next. If I know Minion miners, they're going to mine these siege camps. Let's see if I'm right. As ReGen Retro, all they can do is clear and clear and clear. Just getting camps sent at them constantly. And there it is. Siege camp picked up. Bruiser camp is being pinged, I would imagine, by Minion miners as they have level 20s. And we're going to see Cold Hand of Death, Controlled Chaos, Tower Shells elements, Crypt Weave, and Execute. Going with Crypt Weave instead of Rewind, going for a 4-stun combo to lock them down for your damage, going with Crypt Weave instead to just hold someone out of the fight. And are we going to try and end here? Level 20 has been picked up for ReGen. We do not have a Death Mosh, Mimic, Seraphim, Nano Fusion. There's the Cocoon. People are pinging it. There's the Skeletal Mages. The dive by a noob misses, taking a lot of damage. There's Durance. Hits onto one. It's Zul. Can he get out? Roots onto ETC. Controlled Chaos. Controlling the Chaos. Doing just that. And now they're pushing back in. Very low is Anna. They have catapults and the siege camp doing damage to the core. They got to clear this up, but I don't know if they can. There's the dive from a noob. He's going to slide back in. Core is finally regaining some shield. Here comes Melly to try and add some damage to it. Ooh, there's the root onto Mephisto, keeping him away. Controlled chaos again. Oh, can we get the root? We can. 2-man root. Do we have a mosh? No. He gets rooted. Wave of Force out. As we have pushed in the waves very deep for Minion Miners, taking more core damage. They gotta clear this. With Punisher spawning, this is gonna be the last act, I think. If ReGen Retro can't win the Punisher and a team fight, maybe. Let's see here. Melly just trying to clear up this last catapult. We have a 12-13 lead from. Oh, Burrow misses. Mephisto doing what he does best, getting in, dishing out that damage. Cleared immediately. Ooh, big BFG onto Zool and a Nubarak. Not enough for the kill though. Oof, big orb onto Urel, but she handles it just swimmingly. Now looks like ReGen in control, but that's a lot of damage onto Zammy, and he falls. 3-man root. Ooh, a Nubarak falls. There's the cooldown death. Urel jumping on Stuka on Zool, but paying the price. Urel falling. 2 for 2 so far. Hyperion clearing up minions. That's gonna help him. So it's Anna, Mephisto, Hammer versus Stukov, Raynor, Li Ming. Silence is down. Here comes Mephisto trying to do as much damage as he can. Just eating orbs though. Oh, gets the root onto Stukov, and that's a lot of damage, and that's a dead Stukov. Completing his quest, but it cost him his life. Mephisto could not get the Li Ming. Very low now. And Hearthing. Both members Hearthing, because they have the clear. Here's Hammer clearing. Raynor. Was Raynor down there and I missed it? Was he poking the core that whole time? Here comes Raynor. Here comes Ming, a very low Ming. Can Mephisto catch it? No, he uses his... Oh! From downtown, the BFG gets the Li Ming as Mephisto gets the Raynor. What a shot from Melly on Sergeant Hammer. From way downtown, he was right over here when he fired that BFG and was able to get the low health Ming. The objective has been picked up for ReGen. Again, in the top lane, which is where they originally first got the Punisher. So this fort, yeah, doesn't stand a chance. Zool is trying to clear mid lane to keep this pressure going. Urel goes back to deal with it. Pops are unstoppable, so she's not rooted. And the push is on. Still have a very high health Punisher. And there goes the second fort for Minion Miners. This is definitely going to be keep, it looks like. But Ming and Raynor are spawning just now. Zool's not back yet, being chased by Raynor, being killed by Urel actually, excuse me. There's the cocoon onto Mephisto. They gotta try and get this Punisher out of the way, or this is gonna wreck the core. Look at all the damage it's doing. This is pushing hard. There's the jump. A lot of damage going on to the core. They're saying focus that core. Ooh, Anna explodes. The mosh pit. Hammer. Oh, here's Urel. 5%. She uses Ardent Defender to live. She gets stunned. She gets slapped back. 2%. What? Are you kidding me, ReGen Retro? Oh, 2%. That was a perfect Ardent Defender to just survive at the last minute, but the Wave of Force, the stuns from a noob, controlled chaos from Stukov was just enough to keep Urel off of the core for the 2% needed. And that's going to be GG. Both teams throwing it out there. Wow. What a game. What a game. Oh, man. And that was just game one, ladies and gentlemen. That was just game one. How about a game two? Let's go to that and see what happens in a game two. Yikes. What a match. Game going over to Minion Miners. Let's update our stats here. Left team has won that. I'm going to reach out and try and see what's next. Stukov MVP says Blunted Fox. Let's see. Stukov, 100,000 healing. Huge, huge healing numbers over Anna. Wow. And then let's see what else here. So Mephisto and Li Ming almost, look at that, 200 just about, 100 and change off for hero damage between Ming and Mephisto. And then siege damage, Zool cleaning up, not as much as Yorel though. Look at the siege from ReGen Retro, from all that clearing they had to do. 3 members with over 100 grand in siege damage. 5 deaths on ETC. He was trying to get in there and do his best he could. That arm stopped Urel, the swipe, absolutely. The controlled chaos to just every time she jumped in, just get swiped away. Very, very effective. Plus the wave of force as well to just knock her around. Let's look at talents. There's your talents real quick as we get ready for game 2. Switch over. I'll leave this stat screen up if anyone wants to check it out, but there is what we're looking at so far for maps, and it looks like, Minion Miners will get to pick the map. We're just waiting on the word. They kept up experience because of that. They absolutely did. There we go. I just had to reselect Towers of Doom ban just to make sure it showed up. So we got ourselves a game, or we got ourselves a matchup tonight. At core, I mean, Stukov saved it. Yes, absolutely. We're gonna check these stats. As I reach out again to Minion Miners, and they're thinking it over, they say. So they're coming up with a, let's see if we can get a fancy pick here. I know we're not going to Hanamura. I can guarantee you that. We will not go to Hanamura tonight. But, so just to recap, game 1, thrilling, picked by ReGen Retro was Inferno Shrines. Minion Miners get it just by the skin of their teeth by 2% on the core. And the band out has been BOE, Braxis, Sky Temple, and Towers of Doom. Oh, and there it is. We have a map picked by Minion Miners, and we are going to Cursed Hollow. And there we go. That shows up right. So I will make that right now. So everyone in the chat, thanks for coming tonight. I greatly appreciate it. Make sure to shoot a follow my way so you can keep up. I'm casting another game tomorrow night, and I'll be casting NGS all season long. I love it, and I hope you guys do as well. And as I finish setting up here, what's everyone think of the chat? Is ReGen Retro coming back from that, or is Minion Miners going for the sweep? So we're just making the map now. We're going to be going to Cursed Hollow. Fighting over tributes is what you do on this map. Make sure we're all on the same team here. It looks like everyone's joining rather quickly. So, in the chat, I know you guys can't see it, but Wesgra from Minion Miners says, "What a game, guys. I'm still shaking." And then Zammy Bar has replied with, "Hold on, we're flaming." So everyone seems to be having a good time at that close of a game. Zammy saying, "Yeah, that game was nuts." And final member has joined as I assign captains. So both teams, even after a tough, close, almost win there by the team who was behind most of the game, honestly, comes out and Aaron agrees, everyone. Stukov swipes MVP. So it looks like we're just about ready here. Wow. So we're just about ready here. Everyone has joined. All right, it looks like both teams are going to be ready. So let's get into it here. We're going to Cursed Hollow.
Cursed Hollow.
Or Cursed Hollow. I don't know what accent that is, that he doesn't say cursed. He says Cursed Hollow. That the Gravekeeper, whatever his name is, does, but I don't know. Hey man, I just work here. So first pick and first ban going over to ReGen Retro. Benjamin says they double banned healer also, and then he gets MVP. Good game. That's a good point. They did force, or unless he was going Stuka for the whole time, but they had healer control. They picked Anna, banned Lucio, and Rhaegar. Abathur, first ban. So no mines to stop rotations on this map. Greymane again, banned out by Minion Miners just as they did last game. And then see what what else they can kind of come up with here to round out the team. Or round out the bands, excuse me. Ragnaros, okay. Getting, wonder if that's a target ban or they just don't want Lava Wave on this map to soak those huge lanes for free, essentially. So, next ban for Minion Miners. Haven't seen any target bans from the previous match yet. Well, there's Zool, which was played by Minion Miners, but they don't have first pick anymore. So, little self-ban there, stopping ReGen Retro from getting it, and here comes Johanna. She was not banned, well, ReGen Retro banned Johanna last game. So, able to pick her up now, sticking with the Abba and Rag ban. And we will move, okay. So maybe the Rhaegar was the target ban last game, but here's Rhaegar and Raynor making his return. I wonder if we'll see a change, because last game Raynor was played by Bruther, but I mean he's Raynor. We can all play him, so we'll see if there's just switching roles on Minion Miners. Thrall and Jaina looking for some slows and some lockdown there early between those three, Johanna, Thrall, and Jaina. So here comes the next ban here for Minion Miners. I would imagine with Bruiser Tank Mage, you see a healer ban. But unless there's something they're thinking of, they might work with this. But nope, there's the Anna ban. And then next ban here coming from ReGen. We're just about plenty of options for them to figure out what they want to do here. ETC. All right. Well, not looking to get power slid tonight. So, ooh, Anubarak comes out again. And there's Falstad from Bruther. So, Rainer and Anubarak making a return appearance from the Game 1 win. Moving in to fill out the roster here for ReGen Retro. Will we see a Stukov here? Wouldn't that be something? Say, you played Stukov, now it's our turn? No, we're going with Lucio and Sylvanas. Again, Sylvanas banned last game by Minion Miners. So she's able to go through to the end. We'll see if someone can keep up with her and stop her from getting any free pushes, shutting down towers. Let's see how it all turns out here, as we still have the last pick now for Minion Miners. Chen, everybody. We're going with the panda, the big panda. Wow, I didn't see that coming. I'll be honest. But they call him Chen. Some call him Fat Illidan. We'll see how it works out for him moving into Game 2, trying to secure the domination as Minion Miners, ReGen Retro, trying to push to a Game 3 for the night. Minion Miners, ReGen Retro, 8 West, let's go. Here we are at Cursed Hollow. So going over ReGen, we're going with Zammy Bars on Johanna, Splash onto Sylv. Altanian is on Lucio, Melly on Jaina, Aaron on Thrall. On the other side, they're kind of grouped up there, but Bruther on Falstad. That's Chaz. I love Chiz there. King of Chiz, what is it? And then Wesgra on Anubarak. Himibro is now on Rainer. Marshall is on Chen, going bot. And do we see any level 1 quests yet? Yep. Jaina is going Fingers of Frost, looking for those ReGen globes to get the mana. We do have Wingman from Falstad, so look for him to do some camp stealing, as that was a quick wave because Jaina is Jaina. And I don't think we're going to get a pick here. We're just looking to soak and clear as 4 members rotate down. Chen, he's a tough pick. Valerina says love a panda. I don't blame you. Pandas do seem lovable. As we're getting ready for camps and clearing in the early game, we're going to have Thrall versus Falstad in the top lane. And Syl goes immediately for Bruiser, not Siege. Looks like Jaina's coming to help her. Tanks holding mid, poking around. Rhaegar Raynor taking Siege camp. The healer, Lucio, just harassing a drunk panda right now. So there's your Siege camp picked up for Minion Miners. As the poking battle continues, Bruiser camp picked up for ReGen. And it doesn't look like a lot going on. Looks like Thrall's winning this lane. That self-heal early against Falstad. Well, here comes Jaina for the rotation, missing the root though. And that's not forcing the Hearth, not forcing a Hearth. What are we doing? And then Bruiser camp picked up for Minion Miners. Jaina does show, doesn't get much. She just decides to clean up as Bruiser Camp versus Bruiser Camp is happening in the mid lane. Anubarak gets the stun onto Lucio, and so ReGen had their Bruiser Camp cleared up, and now here's Himibo with it, with Anubarak trying to just push along, trying to get some damage. Syl is on Siege Camp right now. There's the Condemn trying to clear up that Minion Mage that'll give spell armor. First Tribute spawning in the top lane. There's Sylvanas picking up the Siege Camp late, so it'll push during the objective against this Chen. Here comes Raynor to say, yeah, come on and rotate. No, he'll just let it happen. Maybe Raynor's going to stay. Are we giving first Tribute, excuse me? So 4 members here. Lucio's on his way. Raynor and Chen decide to stay bot to clear up the Siege Camp, so they just give first Tribute and say, we'll get you on the next one. Try and keep our XP going as Lucio is not there yet, and they're going to take a wall. You know, if this turret targets the tank, yeah, he can just chug through it. He doesn't care at all. So here comes the push top, trying to get something out of it is ReGen Retro. There goes your wall, there goes your front turrets. Stun onto Jaina, not a lot of follow-up behind it as we're just trying to poke. It's a 4-on-3 here. Oh, very low. There's the shield from Anu, but he's got less than 100 health. He's got a Hearth right there. As 4 members still pushing deep here. As Minion Miners looking like they might just lose this fort very early. Level 7s have been picked up for both teams. Worth noting, Johanna on ReGen Retro going subdue, looking for the quad Q. As Tribute has spawned in the top lane again. And 3 members mid. Ooh, a lot of damage on Raynor. Gets the root. Good Feral Spear to help secure that kill. Ooh, Sir Mac of Cheese there. Early. Oh, a noob. Did he already use his dive? I believe he did. That's going to be in a dead noob. So, 2 down for Minion Miners. ReGen Retro trying to flip the script here. Now with 2 kills. Oh, Siege Camp picked up just in time. Now with 2 kills and 2 tributes already, so third is going to be Curse, and they say let's go for boss. Thrall is showing mid. Now he's heading down, and are we taking boss down here? Yes, we are. So we're going to take a little boss race here, but ReGen Retro taking boss in the top lane will push just against the minions in the Siege Camp, no fort. Whereas, and they got to get all the way down to the bottom lane for the tribute for the curse. Meanwhile, this boss is right where ReGen Retro is going to be heading, so are we giving here? 2 members did Hearth after that to get some mana for the fight. Level 10's not online yet for either team. Sir Mac of Cheese is grabbing a lot of damage onto Lucio, and there's Chen securing the kill. So they're just going to have to pull back and give this tribute as it's not a curse. See if they can clear up boss in the bottom lane here, as the ReGen Retro boss is knocking on the top gate. Siege Camp picked up for ReGen Retro, and there's level 10 now for both teams. Going Raynor's Raider, Storm Earthfire for Chen, Cocoon for Anubarak, Bloodlust for Rhaegar as the camp clearing continues, and Hinterland Blast for Falstad. On the other side for ReGen, we're going to see Blessed Shield, Earthquake, Sound Barrier, Water Elemental, and Wailing Arrow. The Blessed Shield to lock them down and throw an Earthquake on top of that with the Water Elemental and Arrow, that's a wombo. That is a wombo, but you will not have Thrall for this fight. Thrall picked off in the top lane. Kill secured by Raynor, but really by the Hinterland. Ooh, Chen here, scouting, gets dismounted. So Bruiser Camp's pushing mid for both teams. Tribute will be given. So it's 2-2. So next tribute's gonna have to be a fight or giving a curse for one team. Depends how it goes. Minion Miner's kind of catching up there with 2 kills. Even XP, a lot of damage onto that Johanna. That's what happens. You have 5 members up top pushing this. Earth, Wind, and Fire was used by Chen. There's the Earthquake from Thrall. He says, guess who's back? How about a Bloodlust as well? Silence hits just onto Raynor. Sylvanas trying to teleport to the back line, but she's getting damaged very hard by that Falstead. He's able to just get away. Ooh, there's Elemental trying to do damage. We have a flight from Falstead. Raynor explodes to the Jaina Cone of Cold. Falstad left with low health just so he could tap and start clearing mid. Looks like we're just gonna take Siege Camp if we're Minion Miners. And we're in position early. Minion Miners nowhere to be seen around the objective. They're just gonna have to give it and clear. There it is. First curse. Going over to ReGen Retro. Looking to take game 2, force a game 3 after that disappointing loss from game 1. And it looks like the main focus here is bottom fort, as top is already cleared. Notice top does have Siege Giants, so that'll help kind of counter push. Falstead going to help them try and get this top fort, but here we are knocking on the bottom gate. Is all 5 members of ReGen. 30 seconds left on Curse still. As they try and work down the wall. All ults are available, and Falstead's not there if they want to push in there. There's the Condemn. Cocoon goes on Syl. Able to break her out of it real quick. There's the double root, and there's the Earthquake. There's the dead Nubrak. There's Sound Barrier. There's the dead Chen. With Syl paralyzing the keep. And 2 members down. Falstad, he is hearthing now. And will we end early? Will we see a 10-minute game here for ReGen Retro? Raynor doing his best, but that curse from the core hearth, there's Bloodlust used, trying to dish it out onto the Johanna. Blind's going to slow that Raynor down considerably. A lot of damage onto Lucio and Johanna. Will he get it? Falstad dies right at the end. 10 minutes and 7 seconds. ReGen Retro coming back strong in game 2. Wow. I mean, after game 1, I felt like we were going to have to get a game 3 just for, for the funsies of it, really. But I didn't think it was going to go like that. ReGen Retro, 10 minutes and 7 seconds winning off of the first curse. And pushing strong. Rhaegar didn't die at all for Minion Miners. Jaina and Syl were not killable. So what are we thinking, chat? That is something there. A big comeback for ReGen Retro. Wow. I mean, again, some of the stats from first game, I think it was mage damage was about 100 off. Now it was a healing battle, 24,199 to 24,086 from Rhaegar. So, I mean, both teams sticking close. And map pick looks like it's going to go over to ReGen Retro as we await confirmation of what map that will be. We can update some stats here. ReGen Retro taking game 2. I mean, what a just no ended early. Just no, let's wait, play things safe. They were just on top of it from the get-go. Excuse me, just getting early map pressure early boss. They had the 2 kills early, and it looks like, wow, I did not expect this map, but we're going to Dragonshire for ReGen Retro. So I will make this game for us right now, and we'll go to the Shire of Dragons and see what we can come up with for a winner for the night. And yep, left mini miners will get first pick. ReGen. I know these games. I mean, we had a close one in game one, just to go an early, quick one in game two, as I make sure everyone's on the right team here. And it looks like we're just about ready to go here. Game 3 hype is right. Gonna put that into chat right now. As we wait for last few members to pop in. Both teams are definitely keeping it interesting right now, which I'm all for. Let's definitely keep it interesting. Keep people guessing, keep people watching. Again, I thank everyone for coming. Please shoot a follow this way. I'll be casting tomorrow night, a few games next week, and hopefully picking up more as I review my schedule, as I'm working from home like a lot of people. So we'll see what happens going into game 3, as we're just waiting on some more ReGen folks. So what do we think so far? Interesting games. Are we gonna? Is Minion Miners coming out of it sitting at a 500 record? ReGen Retro 4-1 on the season so far. Will they make it 5-1? We will see, as we're just waiting on more members. Um, doesn't I don't think we'll see any target banning unless something changes here. Both teams kind of sticking with the bans that they know. Um, yeah, the Zool ban will, I'm sure, be popular again on Dragonshire, as he can hold the lane very well. Members have joined. We will see what happens next. And we're saying, getting a 1 sec. To make sure everything's in order here from ReGen Retro. As we were just in a holding pattern waiting for, excuse me, I think that's ReGen. Oh, there's the R. So looks like we are just about ready. Looks like it, but are we ready? as we trying to get into game 3 here. He'll be back in 1 second. Oh, must have stepped away, but both teams being good sports tonight, taking their time, hyping things up, cheering each other on, having some playful banter. So we're here for that. That's why we love NGS. Everyone keeps it fun. Everyone, you know, is nice, helpful to each other. So I love it. I'm all for casting as many games as I can since everyone here is so cool, so nice, and both these teams have been really fun tonight. But will we see Minion Miners take it or ReGen Retro? Let me know in the chat who we're rooting for. If we're rooting for ReGen or we're rooting for Minion Miners to take it all here. Again, I'd be surprised to see target bans, but let's see what Marshall and Zammy are up to. Marshall has returned. And we're going to Dragon Shire. And just to make sure we said yes, got it. And we're starting. So let's off to the Shire we go. Like the hobbits we are. Greymane banned out. So again, sticking with what we know is just banning out the werewolf. Johanna banned out for ReGen. With the quick bans, it looks like we just know who we want to ban. There's Sylvanas. And Zulban, and Zulban. That's what I'm expecting here. No, scared of the Rhaegar. Scared of the Rhaegar bloodlust. So, do we first pick Zul? This is almost the same bands from game 1. Actually, it is the same bands. Greymane Sylvanas from Minion Miners, ReGen, Johanna, Rhaegar, and there's Rexxar. Ready to control that point. Moving on to ReGen Retro here. See what they can do next. Raynor, Anna. So seeing Anna again, Raynor being stolen from Minion Miners, who was just on there for the last 2 games, said, "No, we want Lieutenant, or what's his name? Is he Colonel, Lieutenant, Sergeant, Captain? Something is his title. It's been so long since I played StarCraft 2. Oh my goodness." Stukov and Jaina picked up for Minion Miners. Looking for some slows and roots with those two. Going over to ReGen for the next ban. Final ban of the night for these two. He's got a main tank maybe out of the way. Garrosh, there you go. You don't want to see it. Of course, Jaina's got the quick follow-up to a Garrosh throw. She just spam all 3 of her abilities. Have a nice slow target to finish off. ETC, banned out for Minion Miners. Moving over to ReGen. Pick wisely here. We gotta control 2 points and then get some something mobile to the mid lane. Capture that dragon here. In Rexar, who's gonna be solo laning against him? Leeming Varian. So unless that last pick is another solo laner, I think it's gonna be Varian versus Rexar. Or I guess maybe Raynor if you got that sidestep king ready to go, dodge those Misha stuns. Anubarak. We will see again for the 3rd game tonight. And there's Nova. Wow. So Minion Miners trying to get really tricky with it with the Nova. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Bribe from her. Let's try and steal some camps while they're fighting over objective. And there's your solo laner, Leoric. Last pick janitor Leoric. So wow. What do you think in the chat here of these lineups here? This is pretty interesting. I imagine Varian might have to taunt and play main tank role while Leo is bruiser, but I mean anything could happen because it's game 3. We got a Nova on the other team, so let's see what happens. Game 3 of A West, Minion Miners versus ReGen Retro. Here we are. Minion Miners, Game 3 versus ReGen Retro on A West. We got Bruther on the Rexar, Marshall on Jaina, Sir Mac of Cheese on Stukov, Wesgra on Anubarak, Himibro on Nova. Both teams having a little fun in chat. Aaron on Leoric from ReGen Retro, Zammy Bars on Varian. They're all grouped up here. Splash is going to be on Raynor, Melly on Ming, Altanian on Anna. The Sleep Dart onto the Nova clone. So for quests early, it looks like Jaina's looking for her orbs. Stukov's going to be looking for the slow again. Of course, snipe stacks, very important for Nova. And here we are. Rexar is already in the top lane, doing the Rexar thing. Here comes Leo. Is the stun ready? Oh, just goes unstoppable immediately to get past it. Doesn't even worry about it. Lot of damage onto that Anubarak. That splash from the orb helping secure that kill for Varian to just do that thing where it just slices and dices. Here's Jaina hiding in the bushes, throwing Blizzard. That's just going to help ReGen Retro clear it up. And there, 4 members down. They just walk across the silence. Say, hey, we stole your camp. In the top lane, it's going to be Leo versus Rexar. And here we go again. ReGen taking their siege camp now after that steal from the pick. And here we go. Objectives up. Capture both objectives. Early grab bottom for ReGen. And then with the siege camp to help them push. But here comes Nova. Ooh, sneaking around. Grabbing bot. Rexar grabbed top. Are we going to notice this and make a play for it? It doesn't look like we're gonna. We're just going to leave the pressure on as Nova's just creeping. ReGen Retro says, let's retake this bottom shrine. They retaken complete. Level 4s online for both teams. So it will be taunt variant. There's the taunt onto Stukov. A lot of damage behind it. Cannot get the kill as he gets off the big heal. Wingman, or Covert Mission, excuse me, had the bribes have been picked up for Nova. So those are the big ones. We are going Globe Quest for Rexar at 4. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Taunt onto a noob. A lot of follow-up. And there it is. So Taunt paying off early, almost killing Stukov, and then securing the noob kill. As that variant just loves soaking up those orbs. He did not go High King's Quest, he went Overpower. It's Jaina starting her Frostbite. It looks like ReGen says let's take bottom Bruiser. In the top lane, the stalemate continues. Leo versus Rexar. And we're going to start putting some damage. There's the pings saying Nova's here somewhere. But Varian can just eat those early Nova shots. No problem. They're trying to start taking out some towers here. Blizzard goes down. One stun went down for a new Varak. So 4-on-4 with the camp. That will take one tower. 7's picked up for ReGen. Again, full sleep build for Ana early on. And you see some missiles here for Li Ming. Ooh, just a lot of damage on that Nova. She is squishy. Again, you're right. Great start for ReGen. 7's now picked up for Minion Miners. Going with the anti-armor shells. As the poking continues, Minion Miners say, let's take a siege camp. Nubrak with the burrow to help anchor for his team. There's the Blizzard, there's the silence under it, but a lot of damage, and the anti-healing grenade onto the Jaina. Stolen. Big stun from Misha though. Another stun onto Li Ming. She's able to teleport away with the help of Ana heals. Rexar falling very low. And now, because of that, red team able to capture. Rexar left, and Leo said, I'll take top. Why not? So ReGen Retro making plays early. And here we go. As the mid wall is down. And see if they can defend this. 3 kills to none so far for ReGen. And it looks like they're going to start heading bot, having half of the front wall down already. And there's level 10s picked up for ReGen. We're going Nano Boost, Warbringer, and Tomb, Rainer's Raider, and Wave of Force for ReGen. Here's the kick onto that Jaina. As we're hacking at the building, Rainer's Raider falls. So does the pool for Minion Miners. There's the Sleep Dart as we just 1% health. There it is. First dragon finished. As the poking continues, there's Warbringer taunt. There's the follow-up. And just deleted again is Jaina with the taunt follow-up from Ming and Rainer. And the anti-healing grenade, I feel like, is just always on top of the follow-up. So Stukov just cannot save her. And we have a push-in bottom here, trying to take the fort, and they will. So 1 fort down, and 4 kills on the side of ReGen. Looking for level 10 right now is Minion Miners, just trying to weather the storm here, and there they go, picking up the Bruiser camp as well. And for Minion Miners, we're going to have Precision Strike, Massive Shove, Cocoon, Bestial Wrath, Jaina holding on to hers right now, Elia Ring, and then it looks like we're going to see Bruiser Camp picked up as well for ReGen Retro. And there it is. Are we trying to... There's the Entomb! Entomb hits onto Rexar. There's the Warbringer. And there's the taunt. there's the follow-up to just delete Rexar. And there it is, Ring of Frost from Jaina. Ooh, a lot of damage onto Raynor. He's in the spell shield right now, and he can just E and heal himself 25% of his health. Here comes Ring. Ooh, hits onto 2, Precision Strike. A lot of damage just being focused onto that Varian, who's just beefy right now and has the spell armor. Raynor getting ready to take top. 13's being picked up for ReGen Retro. And it looks like we're going to stay top. Oh, can we get it? Oh, the stun just in time. Sleep Dart just a second late. Ooh, there's the burrow onto Ming. Didn't look like Wave Force did anything. Huge Blizzard. Silence. Will Varian fall? He will not. There's the Entomb. And there's the massive shove as well, pushing Leo away. Siege Camp pushing bot for Minion Miners right now. There we go. Second Dragon Knight of the game. Goes to ReGen Retro. Then Leo notices the Siege Giants, so he's just going to deal with those. As the other members look like they're just going to try and hold mid. A noob kicked. There's the taunt onto Misha. Can't get the kill. Or the half a kill, I suppose, because it's Misha. Another kick onto Nubarak. Keeping him out of the fight. Varian kind of posturing, stunned by Misha. Will we see a flank Entomb? There's the ring. There's a Precision Strike. Blizzard onto Dead Raynor. The Entomb was there, but it was a bit late. Now we're chasing. There's the stun onto Varian and Anna. Anna falls. Signs of life for Minion Miners. Silence goes down, and they're just going to have to pull back, regroup. Only one level down now, as Rexar has returned to the top lane to continue clearing. 13 picked up for Minion Miners. Again, going to see the root here from Stukov. Icy Veins for Jaina. We are going Psionic Efficiency for Nova, who currently has her Snipe quest completed. If she misses, that'll go away. Bruiser Camp picked up bot for Minion Miners. A nice get for them, as they have a lonely bottom lane here with no fort. They're going to take Siege Camp as well. Excuse me, there's Nova bribing one Siege Giant. Finishing off the next. Here's ReGen Retro grabbing their Siege Camp. Ooh, nice Sleep Dart. Oh, silence onto Anna though with the Precision Strike. Wave of Force hits Jaina. Jaina whiffs on the ring. ReGen Retro able to dodge. Misha falling in the top lane, dealing with this very low health. Leoric able to hearth behind the fort there. Ooh, almost revealing the Nova. I have a feeling we're ready for a taunt follow-up if that hit. So here we are again. ReGen Retro have level 16 just picked. Instantly gain 3 charges of healing. Banner of Valarian, so we're going with Spell Power banner. There's the taunt, and there's a dead Rexar. But the shove was there. But now the Entomb is here, on to Stukov. Was it worth it to finish that quest and get that shove? Going Mithril Mace for Leo, Paint Them Red for Raynor, Fireflies for Li Ming. And bottom being captured by Anna, top being captured by Leoric. And Ming already in position, looking for the quick cap. Cast her abilities to make sure no one's in the bush, and there isn't. So she grabs it with Rexar and Stukov dead, or now respawning. Very low as Nova gets the kill. What is that? Paint Them Red. 50% and heal for 9% damage deals to heroes. So there you go. Upgrading that damage was a success for Raynor, securing the kill onto Nova. And she's also down to 2 snacks, so she must have missed somewhere along the line. Rebuild that quest. Ooh, big stun onto 3 members of ReGen. Level 16s being picked up for Minion miners. Going with Pox Populi, Beetlejuice, Thrill of the Hunt. As the pushing continues, we're going Crippling Shot here for Nova. And Jaina going with the Numbing Blast to root shield targets. Ooh, there's the Precision Strike to clear up some of that lane, but Taunt onto Anubarak. He's still going to get kicked, but he lives. He was able to get the heal, get the burrow, the whiff onto Ring again, just late as the Dragon Knight just popped, or exploded, excuse me. Anubarak Hearthing. All 5 members focusing bot lane right now. Just wanting this keep early. Here comes Rexar and Noob, and they know 3 stuns in a row do some damage. So they're just gonna pull away. Siege Camp picked up again for Minion miners. Zoning is zoning and hoping someone would walk through that bush and just get taunted immediately. But they also then ReGen takes their Siege Camp. Bruiser being picked up for miners. ReGen taking their Bruiser now. So both teams just rotating away from each other, grabbing camps, clearing lanes. 2-level lead for ReGen in this game 3. They have an 8-2 lead in kills. Or are we going to rotate bot next? Camp is available. And we have Stukov, Jaina, Nova, Anub hiding in the bush. There's the scout from Varian. So a little bit of playing chicken. Oh, the burrow from Anubarak finds nothing. But seeing those beetles, ReGen must know they're there. Quest completed for Rexar, but they're just going to give this bot Bruiser Camp. And there it is. So Bruiser Camp picked up bot. The Bruiser Camp top with Leo pushing in pretty hard. As bottom Bruiser Camp is also being cleared. We have a rotation here. I think we're going to try and gank Leo. There's the silence onto Rexar. They're going to try and save him. They do not. Oh, here's the unstoppable. The ghost. Oh, there's the slow. Double slow. Rooted by the Jaina and the Cone of Cold. Here's the rotation. Oh, taunt onto Jaina. Enough is there. Ring misses again. Here's the precision strike as Nova falls from the nano boosted Li Ming. Just fighting all over the place. Raynor says, I'm going to take top. There's the cocoon onto Li Ming. Taunt comes out. Burrow charge to get away. Will he? Barely. Pops his armor to stay alive. Raynor trying for the quick cap. Stukov goes bot. Looks like they're going to stop it. Yeah, there you go. As he hearths, just getting it halfway. Top 4 looking low, but will it be finished off here? Raynor retakes bot. Siege Camp being stolen again from ReGen Retro, just being aggressive. They have the level 20. Nano Infusion, Glory to the Alliance, Buried Alive, Execute, and Repulsion. And Normal a level late on that. Got a little caught up in all the fighting. But Dragon Knight picked up, and it's heading bot lane immediately. Raynor is in the driver's seat. They have 2 Siege Giants here. Precision Strike just to help clear that up. And they're just going to try and take this keep and maybe endgame. All members up for both teams. There's a zoning blizzard stopping from going that way. So they go the other way. Giants and a catapult. The kick onto a noob. Buried alive onto Misha and Stukov. Ring hits onto 2 members. The burrow charge misses. Cocoon onto Anna. They have no healer. And they're getting stunned by the core. Nano Boost did go off onto Ming. Will they have enough to clear this? As Zamibar is taking tower shots. GG being thrown out. And there it is. ReGen Retro takes game 3. What a game! Just much more in control from what we saw in game two, or in game one. Game two was the dominant 10-minute game. And here we are, 11 kills to 3 in favor of ReGen Retro. Let's update the stats here. What a showing. Great work, ReGen. GG goes to both teams. Thank you for letting me cast ReGen Retro and Minion Miners. I greatly appreciate it.